the most anticipated earnings releases for the week of June 10th, 2024. Presented by Earnings Whispers. The light days of June are upon us, and there are only about 30 companies with analyst coverage set to report earnings, and about 10 others without analyst coverage that we don't include in this calendar. The news will be primarily based on the consumer, but the focus will be on just 3 technology names. We won't get much on Monday, and among the handful of companies reporting, investors are most interested in FuelCell Energy and GEX. Both stocks are in a downtrend, but volume has really picked up lately in FuelCell, and short interest continues to trend higher to new highs. Meanwhile, sentiment in GEX has turned bullish ahead of earnings. One of the 3 tech names reports after the close on Tuesday. Expectations aren't really high when it comes to the magnitude of an earnings beat, but sentiment has been quite high since the company started investing heavily in its AI build-out, and that sentiment has been hard for the stock to overcome. Even though that sentiment remains, the stock keeps attempting a move beyond 125. Academy Sports and Outdoors reported rather weak results last quarter against high expectations, and the stock has been trending lower since. The industry still appears to be doing well, so the mishap was company-specific, and now it is time to prove they can keep up with their peers. The second tech name reporting this week that has everyone's attention is Broadcom, which reports after the close on Wednesday. It hasn't exactly been blowing out numbers lately, but AI growth has been offsetting weakness in other areas, and the consensus view is it is just a matter of time before all the pieces work at the same time for the company. Meanwhile, a pennant has formed. Also reporting after the close on Wednesday is Dave & Buster's, which disappointed last quarter, marking the top for the stock, and since then, the price has dropped nearly 30%. With it, sentiment has dropped to its most bearish level since 2021. Thursday has the final of the 3 big tech companies reporting, with Adobe reporting after the close. The stock topped earlier in the year and started trending lower, but it wasn't until the company's disappointing results last quarter that investors began to really sour on the name. Sentiment isn't back down to where it was in late 2022 and early 2023, but it appears well on its way. Short interest, however, is at a multi-year high, so there is a big bet the stock will continue lower. We mentioned last week that RH, or Restoration Hardware, normally reports during the first week of June, but at that time, the company hadn't told us when it would report. Now we know it will report after the close on Thursday. While this is a bit later than usual, it isn't too uncommon for the company to report this week, but expectations are still for weak results despite a potential bottom line beat. On Friday, we've got nothing. There aren't enough companies reporting this week with sufficient option activity to provide our grid, so instead we are showing the expected magnitude of the moves for the entire week. The biggest spread between the average move and the option implied move is Lovesac, which has been flatlined below $30 for a couple of years now, but now sentiment has dropped to its lowest level since the pandemic. The stock has averaged a 10.7% move on earnings in recent quarters, but traders are pricing in a 21.9% move this time around. As we expand the monthly calendar into the middle of July, we see the very start of earnings season. But what stands out to us is that Constellation Brands is going to make us come into work before the holiday.
All right. Thanks for watching. It started different today. Earning Whispers for the week. Of course, it's already too late because, everything is already out there. They don't have nothing tomorrow that we follow. We're going to have Monday Lenar. And so pretty much like what we have right here. So this is Option Strat. This is a website that I use. Also, they have an app and a phone for post all the plays that I have on my accounts. Over here, I didn't revise some of those, so I didn't look at to see it. How everything was supposed to be changed during the week. However, we have two plays. Let me see here. Actually, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this week, only one was good, but one paid for everything. So let's go from yesterday, the results. It's Broadcom, AVGO. The profit on the play was 287% with $16,000 total return on that play. Very big bull play. Would have been nice. Of course, the risk was tremendous. Still like a 91% chance of the profit, because this is for June 28th. Someone posted this bet of $5,900, and he's very happy because he probably just cashed $16,000 profit, unrealized gain. So normally I never ever weigh into expiration. Of course, in this case, with 287%, with the stock and the split coming up in July, so this had a chance to still go into a $2,000 stock. So I'm gonna let this open. Now for today, so let's close what we had already. This one I'm gonna close because it's a lost play. Actually would have been a winner from the prior, but it was a loss from the earnings. Casey also, well, this for next week, and the stock kind of acting weird right now. And he had like 320 and 290 put, and right now the stock is just hit like 389. It dropped to 376. So it dropped 1% today. I closed it yesterday at 381. It was 16% on the upside for the earnings. So it was pretty good. I don't know if this have a chance. Right now it says 0% chance of profit. So unless something catastrophic, it has to move like something around 19%, back almost to the price that it was before earnings, like 310, moving like 20% the next week without earnings. This is almost impossible. This is not gonna happen. So for this one, yeah, let's close. I mean, it's a loss, $700. So let's close this one. Close. So Adobe, it was somehow I put a put, and because on my research, so that's the reason sometimes some of the companies, you have to go revise everything, but actually in Adobe I just revised and still the same numbers. The only change it changed dramatic was the pulse on the Weibo. Went from 1.94 to 4.18. That means it's like a large movement in the stock. So that's what happened. The stock just come to earnings and just move higher. So just like congratulations for the bulls. I mean, everything was point for bearish. Option strat, BCR, put call ratio, and open interest was bearish. At the beginning of the week, the volume was bearish. Now, and a Weibo went to neutral on a option chart, still like bearish. I didn't know. Let me see if let me take a look. I don't know. Sometimes I can't see it because the market's already closed. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but let's try it. Adobe. So this is called option charts, and right now the stock hit it after earnings, after hours, 16.63%. Next earnings is going to be September 12th, so right on the fat cut. So maybe a good thing. But so over here we have this like indicators. I don't look much for the implied volatility in the volume. Normally I look this sites point to the volume to give like the sentiment, and the sentiment on the volume was neutral, but the open interest was bearish. So now what I do also, I go like single expire charts, and I go to expiration for the week. So the open interest was 1.15 and the volume was 1.35. So like again, everything, the PCR and the website that I took a look, it says 0.7 is a neutral. Everything above that close to 1 or higher than 1 is supposed to be bearish. So this both on the open interest and volume was bearish, not extremely bearish, but somehow bearish. So this indicator here, as you can see, like the put was more to the downside than on the upside. And actually, so we can also take a look here on the distribution. Let's say this the 524, it was only 10% a chance to expire above the 524. So right now they are completely, I mean, all the numbers, everything was completely wrong. So this is like, it was unbelievable beating on this earnings. So a lot of people that go in the bulls, they're gonna make a lot of money. Probably like that could be a reason that the call side might gonna pay a lot on the call side. So that was Adobe. Now let's take a look on the RH. It was another one, Restoration Hardware. They sell furniture. So here they drop at 10% right now. They're trading close at 277, was it down 297. So total for the day was almost 13% down. So it was, and the volume was neutral, 92, they call neutral. And on the open interest, it was bearish, 1.3. And let's go single. This weekly also. So now we have diverged from Adobe. So this on a single expiration for June 14, open interest was somehow close to bullish, and the volume, it was like neutral, 96 almost. I mean, for me 96 is already considered bearish because 1.1 is bearish, so it's more towards the bearish side than a bull side. So this could be let's see here, if we say, so say the 0.92 on the volume, it's indicating neutral. So actually it'll go to the bear side. So what winner was the open interest. And let's take a look on the option strat and let's see the flow. for RH. So they have a 16 bets on the bull side at $1.72 million in the summary, and only 11 on $1.9 million. On live, so like live today, the whole day from 9:44 a.m. to 3:59 p.m. it was bullish with the July 19 350 bull call spread. Let's see, this one 310. So this guy's already smoked $130,000. Maybe it might go up, but who knows? So normally what I'm doing here, I go historical, and I go at least right now. See, this I want to be able to see if you pay a monthly. So go a month. It'll be over a month. The beginning of the last month, like May 1st. And if you look over here, it says neutral. Now let's make more interest. So I take the single off, take the split off, take the sweep off, and just leave the block. The block is like the large plays, okay? So it's still like neutral. Now if you shorter the expiration to only say 30 days, let's go, 37 days. Put us another July. So it's kind of neutral. So that's the volume on that over here. That's the reason indicated neutral sentiment, because in the options is very neutral. So we have $1.19 million on the block play for July, the 250 put, which pretty much printing right now. Let's see, the bearish sentiment, and you gotta go below 239. And they have this one, which somehow is, it's like it can go the outside of $150 and $259 at the expiration. So I think, I don't even see if we're gonna be able to. Yeah, when it's big like this. So right now I'm losing $3,000, something like that. Because 228, 240. So they need to go down big for him to make. If he stay inside this price, he losing all this money. Whoever make these crazy bets, not us. So that's high unusual. Let's see tomorrow. I have a bear put spread on the money, so hopefully this one kind of hold for me, and then I'm gonna be, because you can see like you have 285 put for July 12 for $195,000. So this one, so below 260 expiration, so he's good. At this moment he's good. So RH is a neutral. So let's take a look on Adobe. Didn't go. So Adobe, same like search. We go historical for a month ago, and actually let me go like this, like 7 days for the last week. up to, because we don't want to. Well, yeah, it's still gonna show this. It's okay. Okay, it was like heavily shorter this block. I mean, you have this one, sell puts May 31st and June 21st. So what's the June 21st for next week? You got 600 puts, 590 and 580. So 450 has to be above 458. It's 535, so it's good. The May, he already probably get a sign. So here's a win-win situation. So it's a win-win situation. I think the guy, I mean, whoever had a $10 million just collected that money, so he's happy. Let's see what it probably like this 460 call, the last see live. So at 328, somebody put a 420 put spread calendar put spread. So this guy put a 200 sell put 420 and buy put. Okay, so he sold 420 and he bought for September, which is would be the next earnings. At 420 put, he sold a block, $180,000, 376.44 at expiration. So it's above, it's 530 something. Yeah, right now he's losing money. He's losing 43% because it's 16%. Losing 60% off the bat. So his goal is going like the 21st. The price needs to go back over here for him to make profit. Other than that, looks like he's gonna be losing money. This one I think he's winning. Let's exclude this. Yeah, this 420 sell for next week. He's got 100% the cash back. And what he has, I didn't show me here. I think it was 320. No, there's 200. 200 price 915. Well, I gotta do the math. I don't know how much he sold this contract, but anyway. So you're gonna sign 200. Let's do the math. So you can buy $200 times 100 times 420. $8.4 million. If he has the money, he can buy those stocks at 420 and sell and 8.4 million. So 20,000 times 536. You're gonna make $2 million on that bet. $2.3 million on because he's gonna buy for 420, sell for 536. So that cover he's put, he probably pay a lot of money. The other 200. So I'm gonna see how much he sold the. Let's see. Adobe. Was this September 20 put for 20? Okay, let's take a look. Bear with me, guys. For 20. So let's see when he purchased this was he get in today, no? So get in today. 1,600. $3.2 million. Yeah, that's the reason he losing $1 million right now. Because even if it lasts, the only way for him to make money if the stock's still going up. Other than that, he's gonna be like losing $1.2 million, something like that. So that was Adobe. So now let's put in something about Tesla. The voters. Okay. The voters from Tesla decided to pay the package to Mr. Elon Musk of $56 billion. Okay, let's go back here. Some stuff over here. There you go.
The man of the hour, Elon Musk, at least man of the hour for the Tesla shareholders who are at the company's headquarters in Austin, Texas, is about to take the stage. No doubt we'll be probably doing some Q&A at that time. That's the expectation. As you mentioned, the shareholder proposals in question, including the approval of his $56 billion compensation package, or $56 billion in 2018, roughly $47 billion today. That has been approved, and no surprise given the fact that these are shareholders at the company's headquarters in Texas. There was a huge applause when they announced that. Also a huge applause when they announced that the company has approved, or shareholders have approved, reincorporating from Delaware to Texas. So, again, we will be hearing from Elon Musk shortly. They did not give vote percentages, Melissa, so we don't know by what margin both of these proposals were approved, only that they were approved. And with that, I'll send it back to you as soon as we hear from Elon. Anything of noteworthiness regarding the state of the company, we'll let you know.
Okay, the approval. I think people betting that the price would have jumped to $200, but as you can see it, see over here, auto, scout the price, should I? Okay, as you can see here, that's all we have. We're trading right now at, I think, 182. Yeah, 182. That's 5 minutes chart. A big sell position, pressing the price with the big buy over here. A little buy over here, kind of hold the price at 182. According with this new indicator that I have, the Ichimoku, that's supposed to be going down to probably the at least 180.72 or 180.02. Also, let's take a look on the big the weekly chart. 1 week. So I draw a couple things over here. This line actually try to break up on the upside, and actually somebody kind of like did it on the 4 hours, and actually break the line, and the price started to go up. But I don't know. You know, as you can see, let's go back in the weekly. The weekly, we don't have much. We only have here in the top at the 400, the big positions. I think in the day chart, we have a lot. Okay, in the day, you see like 300, 290, 260, 238. And then between this price to the 238, you don't have much going on. On the long view, you know, maybe in the short view, you might have some blocks for bears try to push the price. The Ichimoku, the read on this, as far as I understood. So let's take this out. Yeah, let's take those block, and that's it. Okay. So the read here is the cloud going green, the price above, used to be above the red line. Now the red didn't cross the blue line, and this purple line over here needs to go above the cloud to confirm the bullish side. We only have one indicator out of 3. So, and also another thing that I saw in the video, when this crossed the price over here, kind of trading right at the price, is not good. So it might reverse the situation. So we had to wait and see. I'm doing like the intraday with the 15 minutes. It's being very accurate at this moment. Actually, right here with the Tesla, well, what I have here, probably I would have a little bit of cloud. I would have this trading below the price, the red line crossing to the bottom, but actually almost towards the end of the day, the price went below before the red line went below the price. Normally the red line kind of followed the price a little bit, so this is kind of was an awkward situation. I would have waiting for this 179, 178 probably. As you can see, it changed it off this green dot. Normally it's the reversal. or confirmation for bull. Is even like here is a green and start to go up, and then hit the green, the red, and it start to go down, and then hit the red over here, and probably gonna. And here we don't have the red yet for push the price to 172. But say like for tomorrow morning, if we have any block over here before open, this kind of like indicator, because we have 2 out of 3 for indication for bear side. We have the cloud on the red, we have this line, the purple line below the price, and probably gonna go down. The only thing we don't have is the red line push to the downside on the price, has to go below the price. So it looks like for tomorrow we might open, we might gonna hit this 179, and then we're gonna visit probably 175 to 172 maybe. Let's see if tomorrow we can do like an open bell and see if this is something that it's work with this indicator for the intraday kind of like play. So I think I covered everything I put on my title. Adobe, RH, and Tesla voters, they approve, so they're good to go. $46 billion in the pocket. Other than that, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next